Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome to the Westwood Branch Public Library. As we say, we think it's the best branch library in the city of Los Angeles. It's that because you're here with us today for this incredible, wonderful concert. My name is Steve Sand. I'm the Program and Events Chair for the Friends of Westwood Library. I'm actually one of the founding members from more than 20 years ago. I started when I was about 8 years old. And you are in for an incredible treat. I want to thank you for having the good taste and the good sense to spend your Sunday afternoon here with us for this glorious musical celebration. And I want to also say thank you to all of you for coming. I think you know this concert had originally been scheduled. We were going to kick off this year in January with these two brilliant artists, and we know what happened in the month of January. So we're so delighted that our artists were able to accommodate a new date. We want to thank our senior librarian, Dr. Jennifer Noble, for opening up the branch. This branch is not normally open on Sundays. It takes some extra real effort to open on a Sunday, and we really appreciate that. And of course, Terry Tegnesian coordinating with our musicians. A couple of things, friends. You are part of our family. You're part of, many of you, you come every month. We are now in our third full year season. We started this 13 or 14 years ago, 2014, so it's okay, 11 years ago, but Theater actually began before. But the monthly concert series kicked off 3 years ago. We are in season number 3. Many of you may know we are literally the only branch library of the 72 branches of the Los Angeles Public Library System to have a monthly free concert series. That's a signature program here. We are so proud to be able to do that. Thank you. And we are all volunteers. Terry's a volunteer. I'm a volunteer. Our musicians are professionals. We pay them because this is their career. This is their profession. This is their passion. But the rest of us, and I want to thank Bradley and Wolfgang and Jan, volunteers I had to call on short notice who came here at 12:30 to set these chairs up. And by the way, if any of you can help us at the end, we just need to stack the chairs back and get the library ready for service tomorrow. I want to share with you a couple of things because you are our insiders, you should know. Tragically, our friends in the Palisades lost their library last month. The books, the contents, the building was incinerated. The good news is that that library will be rebuilt. The LAPL is committed to its rebuild. Unfortunately, it's going to take time. They can't even get onto the site for 18 months because, as you may know, the Army Corps of Engineers, there's these two-phase cleaning process, and the Army Corps has said it will take 18 months to do that. So that library is years away. But yesterday morning, I want to share with you that we had the privilege and honor of our friends of Westwood Library with our staff to welcome our counterparts, the Palisades Library Association, which is their friends group. And yesterday morning downstairs, they were able to come together face-to-face for the first time since the fires. These folks are now all dispersed. 2/3 of them also lost their homes in addition to losing their library. And we have a beautiful program. Author Susan Orlean, who is the author of the famous library book, which I'm sure many of you read. She's a New York Times best-selling author. She was the guest speaker, and she gave the most heart-touching speech about the importance of libraries. And I just want to share 2 things that she mentioned because it's so important. She noted that of all public and government buildings, she said if a city hall had tragically burned, some people might cheer that, but others would not, most people would not be affected by it. But something about when people see books burning, when people see libraries burning, it touches a very deep place in your soul. And they announced that literally the Palisades group, they've received calls from around the world, offers financial assistance, people that want to send books to make sure that this library is rebuilt. She talked about how historically, especially in war times, the burning of libraries was a sign of domination. During World War II, she talked about how Hitler had an entire unit that was their sole job was to go from town and village and city and burn the libraries as a sign of your stories are erased, your history doesn't matter, your books no longer exist. And she noted that unless it's literally the last copy of a book on earth, you don't literally destroy that book, but the symbolism of burning a book, of burning a religious book, it is such a disgraceful, painful act. And she talked about this, but then she talked about how the Central Library in downtown also suffered 2 horrific arson fires, and yet the library came back. And so the Palisades Library is going to come back, and we told our friends in the Palisades, we are here for you, whatever you need, as long as you need, whatever you need, we are here for you. And I want to tell you, it was a beautiful moment, and I wanted to share this with you because we have all been through so much in the last month and a half of very, very devastating images and stories, and I wanted to share an uplifting story. The Palisades Library will rise again, literally like the phoenix from the ashes, and it's going to do so with the help of all of us. So I just wanted to share that with all of you. A couple things I want to say. Please make a note. Thank you. Thank you. You need to know, you deserve to know what's happening, because we are all one library community, we are all one city, and we're going to rise stronger from all of this. Please make sure that you do take a flyer of our concerts. We have some amazing concerts, and I want to share, some of you may know, next month on March 9th, a Sunday, we will have the honor of welcoming the foundational group, the Fiato Quartet, the group that started it all. And on the subject of what we just talked about, you may have heard this last couple weeks ago, that our dear friends in the Fiato Quartet, Carrie Kennedy, the first chair violinist, and her husband Joel Pargman, the second chair violinist, they have recently purchased their home in Altadena, and they were among those that lost their homes. They rescued their violins and their dog. That's what they saved. So they're going to be here next month on the 9th of March, and if you can, I hope you will be here. We want to have a huge audience for them. We want to put our arms around them and let them know how much we care and love them. There's a GoFundMe that's been started. We'll share some information about that if you wish to support them. But they're part of our family, part of our musical family, part of our library concert series family. So it touched us very, very deeply. I also want to give a date, May 10th, Saturday, May 10th. Make a note. You will not want to miss this. It is our 20th anniversary celebration, and we're going to start at 9:30 in the morning. If you have children or grandchildren, or if you yourselves are a big kid at heart, we're going to have one of the most extraordinary programs. There's a gentleman named Thor, literally that's his name, Thorsten Pape. He's a German gentleman. He looks like Indiana Jones, and he brings what he calls his library safari of reptiles. Snakes, and pythons, and lizards, and tarantulas, and all these creepy crawlies, and the kids go crazy. I can tell you, we did this 10 years ago. It was an unbelievable program. The kids get to hold the animals, they learn about the animals, they learn that they're safe and how you treat them. That's going to be at 10 in the morning. We're going to have programs throughout the day, and we're going to end with this very special 20th anniversary concert. And we're going to be bringing back the incredible Yoder brothers. Some of you had the privilege of hearing 2 of them, Lukasz and his brother Casper. They did one of our best attended concerts. They did a Chopin program. We discovered that there's a 3rd Yoder brother, Dominic, and if you were here when Grace Chen, the pianist, performed, she performed an original composition that Dominic wrote. So we will have the privilege of these 3 brilliant music students from the Herb Alpert School of Music, the piano performance program. That's going to be on Saturday, the 10th of May. That will be the final program of the day. Do not miss it. Do not miss it. Quick little announcement about parking. Your parking is taken care of. You don't need a ticket. Just you're parked. It's on the library. You don't need to do anything. And just to remind you that today is a special day, so the library is not open for normal library services. So if you want to check out books, please visit us tomorrow. The reference desk and the circulation desk are not open today. With that, I want to turn it over to our unbelievable partner and one of our founders. No, Jennifer, I made the announcements. It's now time for Terry Tegnesi to tell you about our brilliant musicians. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, thank you, Steve. Actually, I'm hopefully going to be a little shorter. Welcome all of you. Please, this is some housekeeping. Turn off your cell phones so that we don't have interruptions during the music. Secondly, I ask that you don't eat. We did have somebody a couple concerts ago that had a little bag of nuts, and she was trying to be careful, but you could hear the rustling, and it was very disturbing to the people around her as well as the musicians, so please don't eat. And if you must walk, please walk around the outside. Please don't walk through the middle. It's very distracting both to the musicians and to the audience. As Steve said, the parking is free, so you don't have a ticket. You don't need to do anything about that. As part of your packet, the program packet, you do have surveys. We would appreciate your filling them out, and on the way out, put them in a basket. There'll be a basket either here or by the door, because they help us, particularly if you want to be on our mailing list. If you're not already on our mailing list or email list, give us your name and email address, and put it in the survey. After the program, so hold your questions, because after the program we'll do a Q&A with our musicians, as we do all the time. Now, as Steve alluded to, he and I are volunteers. The people that set up the chairs are volunteers. The people that take the chairs down are volunteers. The people that do the programs are volunteers. So we're all volunteers. And these programs are free to you, but they are not free to put on. We do pay our musicians. We pay the graphic designer. We pay the piano tuner who comes every month. We pay our printer for the flyers, for the posters. And so there are expenses, and I want to thank, we have several major donors. I want to thank, in addition to the Friends of the Library and the LA Musical Salon, the Rosalind and Arthur Gilbert Foundation, the North Westwood Neighborhood Council, the Westwood Neighborhood Council, the Belmont Village Senior Living in Westwood, Westwood Village Rotary Club, Westwood Homeowners Association, Opera Bucks, which co-sponsors 2 concerts a year with us, the Holmby Westwood Property Owners Association, and the office of our Councilwoman Katie Yaroslavsky, as well as many individual neighbors who helped us by donating money. Now, you'll see in your packet that Steve alluded to, we have a letter about Carrie and Joel having lost their home. And it's, you know, they're musicians. It's hard enough to make a living as an independent musician. And for them to have bought this home just a couple years ago and now have it burned to ashes has been really traumatic. So several of us have made personal donations to their GoFundMe. The GoFundMe link is in here, as well as with the QR code. Carrie and Joel will be here, as Stu said, next month. It's actually in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today is March 9th, and that'll be our Fiato Quartet concert. So I hope you'll come for that, and we'll see Carrie and Joel and give them, you know, a big hug and wish them the best. Okay, I think without further ado, you have bios of our fabulous pianists are on the back of the program. And without further ado, I'd like to give them a big welcome. Anna Gregorian and Natasha Katanka.
Good afternoon. We look alike very much.
You're not related though, right?
We're not related, no. We're related by music. We're the musical sisters. I'm Anna Gregorian, and this is Natasha Kubenko. We are very happy to be here with you and see such a wonderful turnaround. Natasha lives in Orange County. I live in San Diego. And from far away, we were feeling the pain of LA residents. It's a pain all of us could feel. So we're really grateful to see you here today. And I personally believe that music has an amazing power to heal, to uplift, because it's beauty. Music is beauty, and beauty saves the world. Our program, we named our program Moods, Dances, and Games. And we will start today with dances. We will have 2 really famous dances, one by Dvorak and one by Brahms. In 1800s, piano duet format, genre was very popular. one of the reasons why it was popular was because two pianists and sometimes a man and a woman, or a young man and a young woman, were able to sit close to each other and play beautiful music. So at that time, like touching each other wasn't really appropriate. So had an opportunity to share the bench. So these two dances we will start with the two dances. We will move on to more moody stuff later on, and then more playful stuff towards the end. So we'll begin with the dances. Thank you. Our next piece is one of the most famous pieces from piano repertoire of all times. It is the last piece composed by the great Romantic composer Franz Schubert, German composer, who lived his entire life in the shadow of Beethoven. It's a very tragic situation it was to live at the same time as the greatest composer, one of the greatest of all times. So he lived in his shadow, not really recognized during his lifetime, and immediately recognized right after he passed. It happens so often, unfortunately. So this is his last major work. It's a huge work. It's a beautiful, amazing work, like a life story. So when I play it, in your mind, I think you can just imagine a very long movie, like a saga, a storyline, long, continuing, has 4 distinct parts. So it takes us on a journey of someone's life, someone's happy moments and sad moments and hopes and drama. So take your time, enjoy every measure. It is long, so be prepared. But if you enjoy the music, it will take you in the right direction, and we will do justice to this amazing composition. So this is Fantasy in F minor by Franz Schubert.